We are at MultiChoice in Randburg ahead of the premiere of Queen Modjadji in July next month. And this has been such an amazing conversation that's been taking place ever since the announcement of this historical production. Historical because it's the first of its kind. And also a lot of controversies and widespread talk around who owns the story of the Balobedu and who should tell the story of our cultures and our language, and conversations around the consultations with the royal family. But to help me clear all of this up and to tell me a bit more about the production is the General Entertainment CEO, Ms. Nomsa Philiso. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Michelle.
First and foremost, thank you for the briefing. You indicated that this is a first of its kind for South Africa, because the story of the Balobedu has not been told in as much depth and detail as it has in this particular production. You also mentioned that you're anxious because this is a first for a Sunday night to house a project of this nature and this magnitude. Tell me why it was important for MultiChoice to tell this story.
I think for us, it's important to balance the storytelling. So when we say we are Africa's most loved storyteller, that includes everybody, right? So we know that some languages are harder than others. And this is a difficult route. I think any broadcaster will tell you that if you don't have the numbers, people get a bit jittery. But it was very brave of MultiChoice who approved this project, because I think everybody recognizes the importance of preserving our history in the manner that we should on television.
Is this part of MultiChoice's strategy to tell our authentic stories?
Yes. So we've always been proudly telling our African stories. But the difference now is that we say, can we go back and go to do some period pieces where we actually take it back? So if you look at all our offering, it's stuff that we know about. It's stuff that, you can relate to, you can see yourself on TV. But are we doing justice to the historical events? And that's what part of this initiative is.
And the allegations around the lack or alleged lack of consultation between MultiChoice and the royal family, how did that come about? And why was it important for you to host this briefing today?
Look, I think there'll always be, everybody owns a part of the story. I think we all know every time there is a retelling of something, there's somebody that claims part of it. And it's correct for everybody to do that, because it is all of our story. So it was important for us to bring the regent here so that, people can actually see that we do have the right support at the right level in terms of telling the story. So we did a lot of consultation with the royal family and everybody else. And so we consulted as far as we could.
And can you speak further about this investment as a channel, as MultiChoice, as well, with regards to your relationship with the royal family?
So from an investment perspective, we didn't have to pay anything to the royal family. It was just, the collaboration and also understanding the importance of telling the story. So there was no commercial gain of any shape or form, So this was really the investment in us investing in the broader South African population to get them to understand the story of Queen Modjadji.
Let's talk about the response to this production. As you indicated rightfully that social media is not the universe, but it certainly is a massive teller as to how people feel. Talk to me about how people have responded ever since the announcement of Queen Modjadji coming to television.
We've been so pleasantly surprised, because honestly, people are excited. People are looking forward to seeing how we actually treat the story, because a lot of us have read it in the books, but it's something else to see it on television. What has also been telling is how people are excited about seeing a 28-year-old taking the role of Queen Modjadji, because it's a big role. So when we say that we are for the youth and we're trying to really expand our youth universe, we mean it and we show it in action. So, TikTok is a buzz with people trying to learn the language. It is just incredible.
So given that we are now on a global stage, are you worried at all about the appeal or lack of appeal potentially for international audiences?
Not at all, because I think when people come to us, they come to us for us, right? They don't come to us for us to mimic them, right? So when international people come and they look at our stories, they want them to be as authentic as possible, because they can tell their stories better, right? So we shouldn't be trying to tell their stories. So I'm not particularly concerned. I have had a lot of people already calling to ask about, is it available to license? And so it's all positive vibes.